Welcome back to Grammar Grade 7. This is Unit 8, Lesson 49, the final lesson in our unit on verbals. Today we meet the infinitive, the word to teamed up with a verb, as in to run or to dream. Infinitives are wonderfully useful, and they hide a clever little trap. Sometimes that word to isn't part of an infinitive at all. By the end, you'll tell the two apart with ease. Let's get started. So what exactly is an infinitive? An infinitive is beautifully simple. It's the word to placed in front of a verb's base form. The base form is the plain dictionary version of the verb, with nothing added. To run, to sing, to learn. Notice that the verb never changes and never takes an ing ending. And here's the key. Even though it's built from a verb, an infinitive usually behaves like a noun in the sentence. Because an infinitive acts like a noun, it can fill the same slots a noun fills. It can be the subject of a sentence. To paint calms her. The infinitive to paint is what the sentence is about, so it's the subject. It can also be the direct object. My brother hopes to visit Japan. Here, to visit is what he hopes, so it's the direct object. Same kind of word, doing two different noun jobs. Most of the time, an infinitive brings along a few extra words to complete its meaning. Put them together and you get an infinitive phrase. Look at this. To bake fresh bread takes patience. The whole group, to bake fresh bread, is an infinitive phrase. It's the infinitive plus the words that complete it, and it works as the subject. Here's another. I hope to explore the old city. The phrase, to explore the old city, is what I hope, so the entire phrase acts as a single unit. Before we go further, one more note. An infinitive usually acts like a noun, but now and then it does other jobs too. In we have a game to play, the infinitive to play describes the noun game, so it's working like an adjective. In she paused to listen, the infinitive to listen tells why she paused, so it's working like an adverb. Don't worry about naming those jobs perfectly. Just know that an infinitive is flexible. What never changes is its shape, to plus a base verb. Now for the single most important idea in this lesson. The word to shows up in two completely different roles, and the way you tell them apart is to look at the very next word. If to is followed by a verb, you have an infinitive. To run, to think, to grow. But if to is followed by a noun or a pronoun, then to is a preposition, and it begins a prepositional phrase. To the store, to her. So the word sitting right after to decides everything. Let's put the two side by side so the difference really lands. Take to swim. The word after to is swim, and swim is a verb, so to swim is an infinitive. Now take to the pool. The word after to is the, leading to the noun pool. So to the pool is a prepositional phrase, not an infinitive. Notice the two look almost identical at a glance, yet the next word tells you exactly which one you're holding. So here's a quick test you can run anytime you meet the word to. Step 1, find the word to. Step 2, look at the word right after it. Step 3, if that next word is a verb, you're looking at an infinitive. If it's a noun or a pronoun, you're looking at a preposition. One quick look at the next word, and the question is settled. Time to practice. In this first set, each sentence contains the word to. Decide whether to begins an infinitive with a verb after it, or a prepositional phrase with a noun or pronoun after it. Pause the video and choose before I reveal the answer. The whole team wants to win. Look at the word to and what follows it. The next word is win, and win is a verb. So to win is an infinitive, not a prepositional phrase. So the answer is infinitive. We drove slowly to the market. Find the word to. The word right after it is the, which leads to the noun market. Because a noun follows to, this is a prepositional phrase, to the market, not an infinitive. So the answer is prepositional phrase. She whispered the secret to me. Here's a tricky one. The word after to is me, and me is a pronoun, not a verb. When to is followed by a noun or a pronoun, it's a preposition. So to me is a prepositional phrase. So the answer is prepositional phrase. In this second set, each sentence contains an infinitive phrase. Your job is to pick out the whole phrase, the infinitive, together with the words that complete it. Pause and choose before I answer. To finish the puzzle took all evening. Which group of words is the infinitive phrase? It starts with an infinitive, to finish, and pulls in the words that complete it, the puzzle. So the phrase is to finish the puzzle, and here it's the subject. So the answer is to finish the puzzle. My goal is to learn the guitar. Hunt for the infinitive first, to learn. Now add the words that finish its meaning, the guitar. Together, they form the infinitive phrase, to learn the guitar. So the answer is to learn the guitar. The runners hoped to break the record. Start with the infinitive, to break. Then gather what completes it, the record. The full infinitive phrase is to break the record, and it's the direct object of hoped. So the answer is to break the record. Let's gather up what we learned. An infinitive is the word to joined to a verb's base form, like to run or to sing, and it usually works like a noun, a subject, or a direct object. An infinitive phrase is that infinitive plus the words that complete it, all acting together as a single unit. And never forget the trap. To plus a verb gives you an infinitive, but to plus a noun or pronoun gives you a preposition instead. Look at the next word, and you'll always know which is which. That wraps up our unit on verbals. Wonderful work getting through it. I'll see you in the next lesson.